ITV Evening News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. The Conservatives' election campaign has been rocked by another self-inflicted blow. It's now emerged 4 people closely connected to Rishi Sunak are being investigated for allegedly betting on the election date before it was announced. They include his campaign director, Tony Lee, who took an emergency leave of absence from his job yesterday. Mr. Lee's wife, Conservative election candidate Laura Saunders, is also implicated, along with a second candidate. Well, tonight pressure is growing on the Prime Minister to suspend them. So far he hasn't, which Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer said was very telling. Here's our political correspondent, Shihab Khan.
Now,
Conservative campaigning hit by a betting scandal. Now 4 of Rishi Sunak's close connections are investigated. It is exactly 2 weeks until polling day, so what could be the impact on Rishi Sunak and Conservative hopes at the election? Also tonight.
There's an investigation. And then the second message.
Well, what the 2 main parties have been expecting to talk about was their policies on housing. Labour says it will end no-fault evictions, ban bidding wars and introduce time limits to fix potentially lethal mould. Housing Secretary Michael Gove said the Conservatives will build more than 1.5 million new homes and help more people onto the housing ladder. But campaigners say the promises do not go far enough. Here's our political correspondent, Carl Dinham. Our investigations editor, Daniel Hewitt, has exposed the crisis in social housing and the private rental sector. And during the election campaign, he's been looking at what is needed to address the issue. Well, he joins us now from Somerset. And you can follow all the twists and turns of the election campaign on our podcast, Talking Politics, The Election. On today's edition, Martin Lewis. Next this evening, the Bank of England today held interest rates at 5.25%, remaining at their highest level for 16 years. But there is hope on the horizon for borrowers. Our economics editor, Joel Hills, is out. Junior doctors have offered the Prime Minister what they've called a final chance to stop next week's strike. They are due. The last person to speak to Missing Britain, Jay Slater, has told ITV News that Spanish police lacked a sense of urgency. Lucy May, a friend of the 19-year-old, heard from Jay early on Monday morning. He said he needed water and didn't know where he was. She reported Jay missing to authorities in Tenerife, but she told us more should have been done. From the island, here's our correspondent Ben Chapman with the latest. There is plenty more to come on the ITV Evening News, including... Join me for all that after the break.